When we think about Stranger Things, we're really thinking about power. Who has it, how they use it, and what it costs them. The show has built an entire mythology around psychic abilities and interdimensional threats, each with distinct rules and limitations. Let's explore these powers by examining their tactical value, narrative purpose, and thematic weight. Eleven's telekinesis. Telekinesis isn't just Eleven's signature ability, it's the cornerstone of the entire series. Without it, there's no story. Will stays trapped in the Upside Down, the gate remains open, Vecna executes his plan unopposed. What makes telekinesis fascinating is its range. On one end, we see precision, Eleven delicately manipulating a toy ship, carefully extracting information from minds, or causing Troy's embarrassing incident at school. On the other hand lies devastating force, vehicles flipping, bones shattering, military personnel thrown like ragdolls. The defensive applications often go underappreciated. When Vecna hurls debris at her in Max's memory, Eleven creates invisible shields, something no other character can replicate. This makes her nearly impossible to overwhelm through conventional means. But telekinesis demands a price. The iconic nosebleeds signal overexertion. In Season 1, after decimating the soldiers at Hawkins Middle School, she collapses completely. Her stamina improves across seasons, but the fundamental trade-off remains: power for energy. There's also a moral dimension. Telekinesis works equally well on monsters and people. When Eleven breaks Troy's arm or chokes agents, we see how easily this gift becomes a weapon against humans. The power itself is neutral. Its morality depends entirely on the wielder's choices. From a storytelling perspective, telekinesis serves as the show's pressure valve. When situations become impossible, Eleven can physically force a solution. This makes her a narrative Swiss Army knife, but also creates a perpetual challenge for the writers. How do you maintain tension when one character can solve most problems with her mind? If telekinesis is Eleven's hammer, the Void is her scalpel. This remote viewing ability might be less visually dramatic, but it's arguably more important to the plot than any other power. The mechanics are deceptively simple. Eleven enters a sensory-deprived state through water tanks at the lab, makeshift blindfolds, or radio static, and projects her consciousness into a black space where she can observe anyone, anywhere. Early on, this seems like enhanced spying. By Season 4, it evolves into something far stranger, a battlefield where physical laws don't apply. The Void's true strength is information. In Season 1, it's the only way to locate Will across dimensions. In Season 3, it exposes Billy's possession before anyone else suspects. In Season 4, it lets Eleven monitor her friends from Nevada. No distance matters, no wall blocks her sight. But it's not purely passive. Eleven can whisper to people, and occasionally they hear her. When she connects with her catatonic mother, Terry, the Void becomes a bridge between broken minds. She doesn't just see, she feels what her targets feel, creating an emotional intimacy that's both powerful and invasive. The weakness is environmental. Without silence and isolation, Eleven can't enter the Void. Any sudden noise or touch snaps her back to reality. This creates a natural tension. She's at her most vulnerable while using her most valuable intel-gathering tool. Vecna uses his own version of this ability, turning it into a hunting ground. His mind spaces are constructed prisons where he stalks victims. This reveals something crucial. The Void isn't a place, it's a psychic frequency that multiple beings can access and manipulate. Thematically, the Void embodies the show's emphasis on connection. Stranger Things repeatedly argues that isolation is death and community is survival. The Void literalizes that. Eleven reaches across impossible distances to maintain the bonds that keep everyone alive. While Eleven's abilities lean toward protection, Vecna's curse represents pure predation. Introduced in Season 4, it's the most horrifying power in the series because it weaponizes trauma itself. The curse operates in stages. First comes psychological infiltration, visions drawn from the victim's deepest guilt, fear, or pain. Chrissy sees her mother's cruelty. Fred relives a fatal car accident. Max drowns in grief over Billy's death. Vecna doesn't attack randomly. He finds existing wounds and rips them wider. Physical symptoms escalate: headaches, nosebleeds, hallucinations. The grandfather clock appears, ticking down to death. Then comes the finale. Vecna drags his victim into his mental realm and breaks their body in grotesque fashion. Bones snap, eyes rupture, and the corpse is left mangled while the consciousness is consumed. What makes this curse especially dangerous is that it bypasses all physical defenses. Guns, telekinetic barriers, even running away, none of it matters. The attack comes from inside the victim's own mind. Once marked, they're already losing. The only confirmed counter is music tied to powerful positive memories. Max's connection to running up that hill broke Vecna's hold, barely. But this isn't immunity, it's a temporary reprieve. Max survived round 1 by seconds. Round 2 left her shattered. Strategically, the curse serves double duty. Each death opens a gate between Hawkins and the Upside Down, literally tearing reality apart. Vecna's victims aren't just casualties, they're ritual sacrifices powering a larger invasion. From a thematic angle, the curse is about unprocessed pain. Stranger Things has always explored how characters cope with trauma. Vecna's curse punishes those who can't escape their worst memories. It's supernatural horror that's also uncomfortably psychological. Callie expands the Hawkins Lab mythology by demonstrating how different psychic gifts can be. Where Eleven manipulates matter, Callie manipulates perception, creating hallucinations so convincing they trigger genuine physical responses. Her illusions range from large-scale environmental changes, making police see a collapsed tunnel, to intimate psychological torture, like projecting spiders onto Axel's body until he panics. The power isn't about physical force, it's about controlling what the enemy believes is real. In combat, this is devastatingly effective. Enemies waste resources fighting phantoms, fall into traps, or freeze in terror. Callie doesn't need superhuman strength when she can make opponents defeat themselves through misdirected fear. The limitations are concentration-based. Under stress, her illusions fracture. And while they manipulate perception perfectly, they don't cause direct physical harm. Callie still needs her crew to capitalize on the opening she creates. What's fascinating is how illusions fit Stranger Things' broader themes about reality versus perception. Will's visions, Max's hallucinations, Eleven's void battles, the show constantly blurs what's real and imagined. Callie's power makes that blur a weapon. Her absence from later seasons feels like a missed opportunity. Against an enemy like Vecna, who relies on manipulating perception and fear, an illusionist could be strategically invaluable.